Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at Loop Hero, a game that I've been hearing some very good things about, and from what little I saw of it, it actually looks very intriguing. It's a weird mashup of different gameplay mechanics. It's sort of an auto-battler roguelite where you change the map to change how the loop works. But it also has roguelite upgrade mechanics in between runs. So let's get in here, and it'll probably demonstrate itself better than I can explain it. I also really like the general look of this game. There's something about this particular visual style. The stars in the sky are going out, one by one. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. So that right there must be the Lich. And even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. So yeah, I really like the visual style of this kind of art, though this won't be what we'll be seeing in the main gameplay. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? So currently there is nothing of the world except this path. Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. So I heard some people liked this enough that when there was the demo for it in the last Steam Demo Festival, they ended up playing like 20 or more hours of just the demo. Alright, so yeah, we go between planning and adventure, and that's basically pause or unpause mode. So when we're paused, we just sit here, and this is us right on the path in the cozy camp. And each of these tiles has different effects, but right now, they're all wasteland. We will be getting cards that allow us to change those tiles, plus we'll create new effects that will alter the loop. Alright, so let's switch to adventure. He'll start auto-walking. Hope I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall, if such a thing as night still even exists without a sky, of course. And he'll just walk around the path. Pay attention to the day progress bar at the top of the screen. Alright, that's this thing here. What's under that? Map completion. When this bar is filled, the boss of this chapter will appear on the campfire tile. Alright. New enemies usually appear at the end of the day. Continue your journey by changing the game mode. Alright, so then we run into an enemy. A living ball of slime. Quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Hey, I remembered this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. Traveling, fighting, and most other actions are done automatically. The player can't affect them directly. Yeah, so he'll just fight on his own. And then when you beat an enemy, you get some cards and equipment. It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in the remains of this thing that's not fully digested. Alright, so we picked up a gladius. We'll equip that. I think I remember that there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories, or do they belong to that slime? Alright, so we can use the cards that are left after defeating enemies to add various new objects to the map. And this is the thing where I think it gets pretty interesting, is how this alters it, and I imagine the map will get bigger and bigger as you go. So we can place this grove, which is a gentle rustle of leaves, a crack of dry branch, and the feeling of being watched. Spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. The wolf can move to an adjacent tile. Now you might think it's a bad thing to put in a tile that will spawn more enemies, but different enemies mean different drops you can get from them, which means different things you can spawn. So it is actually worth, spawning more enemies in. New enemy types to fight. So that spawned a rat wolf, which should be pretty easy considering we have a sword. Forest rat wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline, and everything will be forgotten like a bad dream. Or remembered as a bad It's good that nobody's listening. Yeah, I say that a lot of times when I'm recording. Alright, so this dirk, same damage, but it also has a 9% evasion bonus, so we're going to equip that. And it looks like it just deletes our equipment that we are replacing, so you don't get to keep it. You can get new items and cards during battle, as you probably already noticed. Some items have unique abilities, as do most of the cards. Hovering over an item or card, you can expect its property. Place a new card on the map to continue. A thick forest. Nobody knows who or what could be lurking inside. It makes you a bit nervous. Plus 1% hero attack speed. So, then does that... It looks like we can't place it on the path. Does that affect the entire map? Like, it'll increase our attack speed by 1% for the entire run? And then we have Rock. Its magnificent appearance gives you strength. Plus 2 HP, plus 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. Okay. So yeah, these tiles do have interactions as well. Great. So there was a mountain over there, and here is a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that. Some of your actions will yield resources that you will need later on, but not right now. So I think we need those for upgrading our, you know, in-between run upgrades, our permanent upgrades. But that shouldn't stop you from looking at them right now. Preserved rock, apparently untouched by the Lich's curse and thus suitable for building, despite the shapelessness of the world. Stable wood, a log that somehow managed to keep its structural integrity despite the general chaos. Alright, back to wandering. So yeah, this is the basic gameplay loop, is you just do loops around this path until you're ready to end your run or you die. I think it's time to get some rest. The game itself is a journey on a looped path, only you will decide when it's time for the hero to return to camp. Either you or the fangs and claws of your enemies, of course. You can retreat almost any time, but a special animation will let you know when it's safer to do so. So, if we're in the camp, I think we can retreat without really losing anything. And that will end the run, which will delete the map. The thought of leaving the battlefield and going back to your cozy camp has passed through your mind. What a timely idea. The camp is just around the corner. Retreat. You keep all resources, and it looks like we lose nothing. It's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both of these problems. Nice place to set up camp. This is when all resources you've gathered will come in handy. Who would have thought? You'd have just enough wood and stones to make a campfire. What a nice coincidence. Build a campfire using the building function while in a camp. Alright. So yeah, this is like the upgrade tree, I guess. As we build these structures, we get new upgrades for our future runs. We start off with the campfire, a common campfire, warm and cozy. Monsters keep away from it, so it's a nice spot to have some rest between your travels. It's also the center of your camp and the starting point of your adventures. The hero restores 20% of his max HP upon entering the campfire tile. Yeah, so every time we do a loop around and we hit the campfire, it will restore 20% health. Congratulations, you've beaten this annoying tutorial. You can now start your first expedition, or not. Do as you wish. Alright, so that was the tutorial. Fairly short and sweet. I wonder if that means it's level 1 there, that little circle. Alright, so expedition. So now we have a bigger loop. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst savior of all. Let's do it. The adventuring, not the crying. We also lose all of our equipment, so we're gonna need to find a weapon again. Alright, what's this? Treasury. The thick walls guard all kinds of riches from thieves and previous owners. Gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. Can't be built adjacent to anything. Okay, so we can't build this next to anything, but we can build other things next to it after it's been placed. Let's put this, like, here. Alright, continuing on. We can also set it to 2 times speed. Alright, we got some mountains. It's like a rock, but really big. Plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. And you can see we have 250 health to start with, so we're pretty tough. I wonder if we can do this. Alright, so that got us some stable branches. And some preserved pebbles. But yeah, I think we can place the mountains up here and then put them adjacent to each other. And we got a sword with damage to all, regen per second, and evasion. So that seems pretty decent. Oh, wait. I didn't mean to hit that. I just meant to hit continue. Wow, one-shotted. Meadow. Earth covered with a thick carpet of grass. Nothing really interesting. Unless you're a cow, of course. 2 HP at the start of each day. Ooh. We got a ration, small amount of food. Surprisingly, it can still satisfy one's hunger. These things are a real luxury now. 12 rations form a whole food supply. Okay, so food supply is one of the items. Noticeable change. This is enough to turn a caterpillar into a butterfly, a seed into a sprout, or a drop of water into steam. Will turn itself into something else too if you collect enough of it. Okay. It's not really a tangible thing, but we collected it anyway. So yeah, I guess if you go around the loop enough times in a single run, you will summon the boss. Unless it's actually cumulative. Axe, 4 to 6, that's not really any better. It doesn't have all the bonuses, but we do have some armor here. Alright, Vampire Mansion. Hungry eyes follow your every move through the holes in the roof. Adds vampires to battles on adjacent tiles. Alright, maybe let's put that down here. I'm sure vampires can drop something good. Spider Cocoon. A silky bastion of 8-legged hunters. Spawns a spider on an adjacent tile once a day. So yeah, I guess there's not really any reason to retreat until we're almost dead. Or if we have enough supplies that we don't want to lose them. I don't know if there's like a maximum capacity we have to worry about. We got a shield, equip that too. Got a ring with a 10% chance to counter. Equip that as well. Some more meadows. They don't have an adjacency bonus, so we don't need to worry about that. Just put them up here, I guess. But it seems like from the size of this map, we could place a lot of tiles. Got another rock. Plus 2 HP for every adjacent rock or mountain, so this can go with either. I mean, hey, we can pick up plenty of supplies like this. Okay, our first spider. We actually have to fight 2. They are very evasive, but we have our shield to defend us. Okay. Gladius, We did get a beacon. A worthless landmark in a world with no direction. Plus 40% movement speed within its range, plus 20% attack speed for all units. So it says all units. Does that include enemies? Because if we put this here, that means we'll go faster through this section of the loop. So yeah, I can see how this would get addictive. Just one more loop before I stop, and the next thing you know, it's been like 4 hours. I don't know why I put those next to each other. I don't think there's any adjacency bonus for spiders. Wait, we got some fancy looking armor. Max HP, counter, vampirism. It is in all ways better. So yeah, I think we can just keep going with this loop for a while. We're doing pretty good. But I wonder how complicated this gets towards the end game. In terms of, like, what kind of adjacency setups you need to worry about. Regen per second or counter. The shield is worse. I wonder if I can throw stuff away. Got another rock.
Back off, human.
A vampire? Where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. I like that he's just like, yeah, you know, what's up, vampire? Where's your folks?
No more lands. No more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness. And hundreds of years of hunger.
Then it just goes back to normal.
Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I will be able to keep my head straight.
What hundreds of years are you talking about?
Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its share. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but you can help me and I will set this crumbled world right.
Right. I'm doing this not just for myself, but for everyone. In the name of good.
So be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry.
Die, monster. You do not belong in this world. Oh, he's pretty tough. Oh, okay, we weren't actually hitting him, we were hitting the slime. He's not that tough. I mean, it's nice that he tries to chat with the vampire. Vampires often own lands, and they kept the peace and helped our settlements to prosper. See? He is defying expectations by not just like, oh, fuck the vampires. He's like, you know, they were doing good with society. But this won't do at all. Now they're just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently, the blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone else's life. Okay, so he gives a vampirism bonus to any other enemies. That's a lot of spiders coming up. Okay, well, I mean, we're pretty good on health, so I guess that's not a problem. Man, that vampire voice was really tearing up my throat. Oh, this is a better counter ring. Can we not equip another ring? I don't think we have this slot available yet. Yeah, no, we only have one finger with ring slots. Pole arm. 10 to 16, 3 defense. Yeah, that's probably not bad. I wonder if it replaces our shield, though. Nope, we can use it with a shield. Alright, let's fight this mass of spiders. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So I think we're going to end this run with a lot of supplies. It's another rock. Cemetery. Place for the dead. And for some of the living, occasionally. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Let's put that up here. This is defense 7, magic damage 2. Bump that up. But yeah, there's just like a solid feeling about getting better equipment, getting these tiles, fighting new monsters and beating them. Like, it's a cycle of simple joys. And that is what often is all you need for an addictive game. Magic damage, 8 to 12. Okay, so we're getting higher level equipment now. You can see this is level 2. Our pole arm is level 3. This shield is defense 10, regen. Eh, that's probably better. Like, I kind of don't want to stop this run until we're almost dead. I don't know if that's the smart way to do it or not. Oblivion. A bit of the Lich's magic causes anything to be totally forgotten. Erases any established tiles. Erases monsters from the road. Okay, so this is just a wipe of the map, but you keep your supplies. I mean, I can see how that would be handy sometimes. Okay, so these pebbles become preserved rocks once you get 10 of them. And I assume that's the same for these, yeah. 12 sticks form a piece of wood. 12 rations form a whole food supply. I wonder if these are lost if you end a run. I don't know if you can store just partial supplies. I wonder if gear will start getting replaced. Like, it'll just get rid of whatever's at the bottom here. Max HP 192, but it doesn't give us counter or vampirism. This is identical. It says battlefield. Smells of blood and steel. Spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. Maybe let's put that here and see what happens. Got some spider ghosts. But it's kind of weird how combat where you have no control over it can still feel satisfying. As long as you're tricked out in good gear. What's this? Goblin camp. The sound of backstabbing can be heard from miles away. Spawns a goblin on an adjacent tile once a day. Appears for every 10 mountain rock tiles. Okay, so it will start spawning stuff as well as we place stuff. We got a bunch of supplies for that. I think it recycles whatever's at the bottom here, so... And that's a lot of max HP. It's a better counter ring. So yeah, maybe it's better to just let our gear run over so that we can recycle it for material. Ooh, that's a lot of spiders. It's a vampirism ring. Yeah, counter's probably better for now. Eight to 12. Alright, let's start placing this stuff. So yeah, we can keep going for a while before, like, we run out of tiles to place stuff. And if I wanted to, I could use Oblivion and keep going. But of course, the real reason to stop is so that I can get some upgrades. Road Lantern. A small spot of light in this grim world decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. The effective lanterns can stack. What if we put this here by the goblins? Another vampire mansion. It does seem that these slimes are getting stronger as well, though, so it's not just us that's getting stronger. I wonder if the strength of enemies carries over between runs. So, you know, once we start off a new run, the enemies will spawn stronger, but that means we'll get better gear faster. This shield is 10 defense, but does 4 damage to all. Ooh, this skeleton does not care much about the pole arm. Probably because he's got a shield. Stop. Oh, wait, that was the goblin talking. Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you.
We remembered ourselves. Now give us all you've got.
You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first, and then you can do anything you want?
Goblin must rob. No other order in the world.
Fair enough. Guess I don't have any valid objection here. Oh wait, I do have one. How about... Goblin just immediately starts swinging. Ooh, these goblins are also pretty tough. It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad, and that this world is trying to restore itself. Or that even the apocalypse isn't enough to get rid of some pests. I like this guy's general attitude. Oh no, goblin and vampire. That means the goblin has vampirism. Undead. Vampire. Has a soul. 30% vampirism. Living. Has a soul. And rages after an ally dies. So yeah, I guess we can't even, like, select a target. Ooh, this is looking kind of grim. Alright. we got the goblin. This shield. I like that you can equip it mid-battle. Ritual sword. 10 to 16. 4 magic damage. Ooh. Running into another vampire right away is not great. This is defense 12, counter 14. It's not better than our current shield. So we're going to end it when we get back to the campfire here, because things are getting pretty rough. Grove. A gentle rustle of leaves. Da-da-da. Spawns a rat wolf. Whatever, let's put it down there. We're not going to make it there, but we'll place this stuff. All we have between us and safety is a slime. Thought of leaving the battlefield, da-da-da. Let us retreat. So we got plenty of supplies that time. Looks like someone has been building up while we were gone. I can't believe it! Hey everybody, the boy has managed to return. Survivors? Does that mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? You know, this darkness stuff kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle. Except there, the darkness is fog and not literal oblivion. We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day and we instantly forget they even existed. Almost as if we forgot the place we came from, and our families. Maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I'd managed to return. That means you remember I was here. Yeah, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around in the emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here, a real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Oh, of course, I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. But we'd be glad if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go out with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to. A place where I can hear other people's voices. Alright. We made some friends. We weren't joking about helping you. Here are a few things that survive the cataclysm and don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. Alright. She gave us some resources, including a food supply. A small pack of food found in the ruins of the New World. Unlike the rest of the world, hunger is still here, and you'll need all the means you can get to fight it. So I like the setting and general setup of this game so far. It's kind of like shattered world that's kind of piecing itself back together. So what can we build with the stuff we've found? We got a field kitchen, a very important place for any camp. If your nose isn't lying, there's good food here. Herbalist hut. We don't have enough food for that. Or a smithy, which requires more, I'm gonna guess that's probably metal there, which we only have scraps of right now. So all we can build is a field kitchen. Do you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. What, you're waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of a good stew. Alright, good to know. I didn't actually see what that does for us. Plus 10% of the campfire's healing power and unlocks the Blood Grove card. Alright. So I guess we can't really unlock much else. I wonder if connecting to these various groups of tents will actually give us something as well. Alright, let's go on another expedition. But yeah, I'm digging this so far. Okay, so now we have some more information about our expedition. Chapter 1, enemies have 0 to 1 abilities, strength is -5, strength growth 2% per loop, max amount of a resource 10, class warrior. A class that doesn't have any particular benefits or disadvantages has the highest durability compared to other classes. Okay, so there's a whole class system too, which I guess we can change between runs. So that's neat. And we can also see what cards we have unlocked right now. Blood Grove. A living forest preys on wounded occupants of adjacent tiles, may spawn something dreadful from their remains. Its roots devour enemies that have less than 15% HP left. Alright, let's check out one more loop and then I think we'll end it here, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing why people are into this. It's just such a weird mix of different traits. Oh, we got some good jams going as well. Also important for a game like this. I'd say that with a little bit more guitar, this would sound like a Diablo track. So yeah, it looks like enemies start off at the same weak level every time, just like us. Vampire Mansion, we'll place that down here. So I'm not really sure yet when you'd want to use the Oblivion card, but I'm guessing it's after you've kind of gotten a whole lot of monster spawns set up. You want to get rid of them. Grove is a rat wool. We'll put that a little further down the path. I assume as we get further and it gets more difficult, efficiency will also start to become a thing. About maximizing the effects of placing things next to each other. Wow, that vampire was a punk. Alright, we got buffed right up full health by touching the campfire. I guess we are getting 30% of our health back now, every time. I kind of feel like 2 times speed is the ideal time to play this, though. Like, it's still not that quick, but it's quick enough that you're not sitting here just waiting to walk to the next tile where things are going to happen. I'm going to put this next to the Vampire Mansion so we don't get a stack of vampire-boosted enemies. Ooh, another Oblivion card. I'm not sure if there's a max number of cards we can carry, but I'm going to guess probably when it hits the edge of the screen, it'll start recycling them. Okay, we got a battlefield. It spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. I feel like I didn't actually read the part about the chests last time. Put that there. Beacon. Put that here. We got a regen ring. Might as well put that on. Not really any particular reason to put these next to each other. I'm just doing it out of kind of like neatness sake. So I think if we put those next to the mountains, we might actually get double resources. Cemetery, skeletons. Put the skeletons there. Kind of space out these monsters. This is interesting too. It tells you the effects that you're under. So let's try putting a meadow between these two mountains. Yeah, so we got double resources, I think, from the meadow because of that. Oh, we got some armor here. This is max HP and evasion, so put that on. Getting a lot of rocks. Cemetery. Now, I'm wondering if the vampires can boost the skeletons, because I think it said anything that's not inanimate or non-living. But we also don't have to place every tile. Like, it's fine to just hold on to them. I think they'll get recycled, too, if they hit their max. We don't need to flood the map with enemies. We could put another one of these beacons. Well, there's not really anywhere where it has too much effect. We'll put it here. These rat wolves have vampirism? Looks like their health is going up when they hit me. That or they just regenerate every turn. Alright, I'm taking some hurt, but my health is also getting a lot higher from its default. Okay, we got another vampire mansion, more spider cocoons. I don't know why I put that next to it. I meant to put it, like, over here. So this run's not going as successfully. I feel like we are taking a lot of hurt. I should try putting some of these adjacent to some of these things like the spider cocoons and see if that has an effect. Because I think a lot of the stuff in this game is about experimentation and figuring out, okay, well, what will this do if I do this? 2 to 12. It's a little bit better. Let's try putting a meadow next to a spider thing. Okay, we still get 2 resources from that. Treasure chest. Gotta fight that too. Some resources and some level 3 armor. Max HP is better, magic damage, and defense. 8% vampirism I think is better than 0.6% regen, so we'll equip that. It's like 2 health per hit there. Another meadow. Okay, well now we got a goblin camp. Ooh, that's 2 goblins. Goblins are tough. They seem to be the toughest thing we've run into so far. And because we killed his buddy, now he's enraged. Ooh, level 4 armor. Max HP 312, magic damage 2, evasion 10%. That's definitely better. Treasury. Random resource after placing anything on adjacent tile. Okay, so this one, yeah, we'd want to put it like here and start building up around it. So that's why it's worth leaving empty spots. So we might have to call this run sooner than the other one. And it looks like the boss progression does actually stay. Or at least it doesn't get reduced to 0 between runs. Another battlefield, so that should give us 2 chests now. Okay, 7 to 11, so that's not better than the sword we have right now. Okay, this map is starting to look pretty hostile. There's a lot of monsters, so I think we'll do one more loop and end it. Assuming we don't die. But even if you die, I think all you're going to lose is the resources you've been collecting. And maybe not even all of them. I don't really want to place another vampire mansion. Oh, there's so many spiders up there. Our armor is pretty good, though. Like, I don't think any of these are going to be better than it. Okay, we got a level 4 shield. Defense 14. Another treasury. Level 5 sword. So I'm wondering, if we hit retreat here... Yeah, so if you're not near the camp, you will lose more resources. Level 5 ritual sword. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That might actually get us through this horde of monsters up here. One shot. Almost one shot. Alright, I think we can make it back to the camp. We're getting a lot of resources. Alright, another chest. Hopefully a good weapon or shield will be in here. Am I taking damage from the chest? That was a mimic. That's why. Got another oblivion. I guess... I could use oblivion if I wanted to just survive the run. You know, like, oh, there's too many monsters. Let me just wipe the map. So maybe I'll do that after we get the next chest so we don't have to fight those goblins, because they might actually kill us. Defense... vampirism's still pretty handy, though. Okay. This is defense 12, but regen. We're going to equip that, because we need a little bit of health back. Okay, the chest is not attacking me this time. Whole arm, 14 to 20, defense 5. That's actually not better than our ritual sword, so we'll keep it. Let's, wait, do I have to use this on a specific tile? I thought it would just wipe the whole map, but I guess if I can delete a specific thing, that's not bad. Okay, so those are handier than I thought. I thought that was just like if you want to do a total map wipe. Can I put a treasure? No, you can't put a treasury next to a treasury because you can't put adjacents next to it. Alright, so yeah, we'll end it here when we get to the fire. I'm definitely digging this, and I'm definitely going to put a lot more time to this tonight. Another success. You've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's good to be back, but I'd hardly call it a success. My old memories of the world are gone. The path is empty again, and there's only darkness everywhere I look. Interesting. So technically, you remember that there are things you have forgotten. We should find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy this place up. It's time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have all sorts of craftsmen, from cooks to an alchemist, but they all need places to work. But we can't use the materials from around here. You turn away for a second from a branch or a stone you've just found, and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. The materials that survived your trip always look suitable for building. But these are just stones and splinters. How can you build something with them? Curious, eh? I noticed it with the fire you've made. The things you obtain somehow infect everything similar with stability. Only in small amounts, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden wall exist without constant supervision. They're just reality anchors. Okay, so hopefully we can build something else now. No, because we need food. And I guess the only way to get food is we need a lot of meadows to get these rations, so kind of have to focus on those next time. And it looks like we can't upgrade either of these. They're just 1 out of 1. Gymnasium. Yeah, so I guess at this point, it kind of gives us the resources we need to focus on. We need metal, which we haven't actually seen the way to get yet. We're only getting it in very small scraps by throwing stuff away. But we need metal and we need food, so those are the things I would want to try to focus on in my future runs. But yeah, that's Loop Hero. It's cool. It's definitely very different from some of the games I've been playing in the last, year, but that's not a bad thing. It's different in ways that are intriguing to me, and hopefully a few of you might decide that this is worth picking up after this video. But until next time, I've been Shadefire, thanks for looping with me, and hopefully we'll explore some more intriguing, weird games again another time. Take care, folks.